Let's talk about the other quarterback on the other side. Does Jalen Hurts need to prove anything to you, to the football world, to me, everybody watching? Because there seems to be this narrative that people don't want to give Jalen Hurts his props. I know I do. I know you do. I think Jalen Hurts is phenomenal. I think what he's done via the intangible part of his game is so great. His leadership in the locker room, how that team takes on his identity. He's kind of Joe Burrow-esque without the proficient passing skills, right? So there's a lot of there's a big narrative out there that for some reason people don't consider him to be in that quote unquote elite status of quarterback. So does he got to prove anything this weekend?
No, not really.
Hmm.
I don't think so. I mean, if he's able to light it up with the bum shoulder, then sure, I guess it'll put like the passing narrative to bed, in my opinion. But I mean, considering the intangibles that he has, and then like the game he brings to the table, which is similar to Lamar with running the football and passing, like I don't really think Jalen Hurts has anything to prove. I think if anything, this is potentially going to be like his big coming out party per se. He would have been, in my opinion, the MVP of the league this year if he didn't get hurt, if he didn't miss those couple of games. But with all things considered, he's in the Super Bowl right now with the best team. In my opinion, I don't think he really has anything to prove. And Jeffrey Lurie and
Hmm.
Howie Roseman came out and seconded that right during media day. Actually, I don't even think they even flew out to Arizona at that point. I think they came out and said he's our guy. They have nothing to prove, and we look forward to getting a long-term contract extension done with them. If anything, like this is kind of like the measuring stick, in my opinion, not to piss off Lamar Jackson fans, but it's like, okay, you have the second round quarterback
Hmm.
from Alabama slash Oklahoma, and people
Hmm.
shitted on him, and that's me included because I wasn't
Hmm.
high on him getting drafted in the second round, but he's impressed me with his passing game, and Lamar has the same skill set and can't get past the first round in the playoffs.
Puma, remember who I said the Patriots should draft in the second round in that Jalen Hurts draft?
I believe it was Jalen Hurts
Jalen
himself.
Hurts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, sometimes you can just see it. Like and that's the reason why people have such a hard time quantifying Jalen Hurts' talents is because they can't see the intangibles. And he is the classic case of, he's not going to wow you with all the big throws or those gaudy numbers statistically, but what he provides for leadership in that locker room, in that city, it's basically, it's at a high level. It's an elite level with the amount of leadership he provides. So I think this could be Jalen Hurts' like great moment to kind of etch a lot of those narratives out, right? I mean, at the end of the day, just like you mentioned, unlike Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, he does run, but he also throws at a fairly good clip as well. On top of that, he's never hurt. Unlike Lamar Jackson, who hasn't been healthy for 2 or 3 straight years. And at the end of the year, Jalen Hurts has so much muscle on him. He's such a big frame that he can seem to kind of weather those hits and kind of make it through to the end of a season. So I'm happy for Jalen Hurts. I saw this at Oklahoma. Like what happened to him at Alabama, losing that job, going to a different organization in the Oklahoma Sooners, day one, basically busting his ass, being named captain of that year that he started, learning the playbook, and then went to the NFL. I mean, it's very impressive what the young man has done so far.
And really, like just to the makeup of the mental makeup of
Hmm.
Jalen, I should say, he's playing in Philadelphia. Like it's not
Hmm.
like he's
That's not easy.
playing. He's not playing in like Tampa. He's not playing in Houston. Like
Hmm.
Chicago, I guess is a rabid fan base. He's playing in Philadelphia. Like
Yep.
that. You need to have a special type of makeup, in my opinion, to play in that city. Like they threw snowballs and batteries at Santa Claus. Like
Yep.
they
Yep.
don't care. I will never
Yep.
forget. I went to an Eagles game
Oh,
way
did
back
you?
when. I went to an Eagles game. They were
Yeah.
playing the this is when Michael Vick was there, and
Okay.
they were playing the Dallas Cowboys, and I think it was literally the only Cowboy fan in that whole stadium. He had a DeMarcus Ware jersey on. Jay, I'm not even kidding. Like I was legitimately concerned
Scared. Yeah.
about this dude's safety. And like
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is playing there. I tip my
Hmm.
cap to you, sir. God
Yeah.
bless.
Yeah. My favorite Philadelphia story is that they used to have a jail in the old
In the
stadium.
vet. Yep. Yep, in Veterans Stadium they had a jail. I don't know if they have that in the new stadium. I can't
I hope
remember
they
because
do.
I
That'd
did
be
a
like
quick
a nice
tour.
homage to the past, yesteryears of
I
Eagle
feel
stadiums.
like they do. It's
Hmm.
been so long. Like we scored like field passes because a friend of mine, her brother worked for the Eagles, or still
Oh,
does, I
nice.
think, for the ticket
You guys
office.
scored
So we
field
got the
passes
tickets.
on the field and stuff.
Yeah, so we were on the field and stuff.
Wow.
So and we
Okay.
got like a tour of the stadium. I'm 90% sure there's still a holding tank in
Okay.
there.
All right. All right.
And
All
if
right.
not, I'm gonna make it up and say there is because it's Philadelphia. So
Last question before we go.
mhm.
Kansas City barbecue or Philadelphia cheesesteaks? And
Ooh.
before you go and you think about that, I've got a proclamation to make.
Mhm.
Philadelphia cheesesteaks overrated.
I'm
Overrated.
not gonna
So
I'm not gonna co-sign
I'll
that.
choose. I will choose the Kansas City barbecue over the Philadelphia overrated cheesesteaks.
You're talking to a guy that hasn't eaten like food in 3 days because he's had his freaking wisdom teeth taken out. So like,
Yeah.
I'm dying for barbecue, cheesesteak, anything at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna co-sign and say the cheesesteak is overrated. I went to Chicky and Pete's in Philadelphia, which I believe is right by the link, and the
Okay.
crab fries, which is fries with Old Bay, mm, fantastico. The cheesesteak was amazing, but I'm a barbecue guy, so I'm gonna go
Hmm.
with the barbecue. There's no
Okay.
disrespect to the cheesesteak, none whatsoever.
All right. Well, guys, we'll talk to you guys soon.
Peace.